This show is sponsored by MidasResources.com, your trusted source for precious metals since 1996. Call Midas today at 1-800-686-2237.
Good morning, greetings friends, and welcome to The Bright Side, your nutritional program dedicated to the understanding of the vast world of nutritional supplementation. I am your host, Pharmacist Ben, nutritional pharmacist from Boulder, Colorado. I specialize in using nutritional supplements where other healthcare practitioners use toxic pharmaceutical drugs and deadly medical procedures. If you suspect that there are natural nutritional roads to your vitality and to your well-being and to addressing your health challenges, whatever they may be, but you don't know where to begin, you have come to the right place. As you listen to The Bright Side every day, you are more and more in control of your body, and you are more and more in control of your health. You are more and more knowledgeable, and you know you can overcome any health issue. That's why we're here every day on The Bright Side, helping clear up the sometimes confusing world of nutrition and nutritional supplementation. Over the last 26 years of practicing pharmacy, I have seen drug-free recoveries from diabetes and hypertension, obesity, skin diseases like psoriasis and eczema and rosacea, acne, digestive ailments of all kinds, autoimmune issues, recoveries that by the standards of the modern medical model can only be called miraculous. But what is in the world of the body, what is in the world of biology, standard operating procedure. Because the human biological system is a healing system, it is a regenerating system. It is designed divinely to heal and renew itself on a moment-to-moment basis. And while it may seem like a miracle to some folks, this renewing system is really just the way the body works. If you have questions about health or nutrition or prescription drugs, if you want to get off your meds or help a loved one get off their meds and get on a good nutritional supplement program, we want to hear from you today on The Bright Side. We welcome your phone calls at 866-582-9933. That's 866-582-9933. If you have questions about the longevity products, about formulations, if you want to share a success story, contribute to the conversation, our number 866-582-9933, and we want to hear from you. If you have questions about the longevity products and you want to join the longevity business, you can call Phyllis and Andy or anybody on the Bright Side phone team at 866-735-2470, 866-735-2470. You can also go to my website, brightsideben.com. We got a shopping cart up there with all the longevity products that you hear us talk about on the program. We've got articles and videos that explain the Bright Side philosophy. And if you want to join me in my mission to help educate the world about the importance of nutritional supplementation, click on the Join Now link on the upper left-hand corner of the page for a one-time $10 fee. You can get yourself a little longevity business, make some money selling longevity products, help your friends, help your family get healthy again, help yourself get healthy again, get your products wholesale for a one-time $10 fee. Just click on the Join Now link on the upper left-hand corner of the page at brightsideben.com. All right, thanks so much for joining us once again on The Bright Side. I want to continue on with Chapter 1 in our Handbook of Good Nutrition. Real quick, by way of review, we're on Chapter 1, protein, the most important of all the chapters in the Handbook of Good Nutrition. Protein is the most important of all the nutrients that you can supplement with, all the food nutrients. Protein is the star of the show. There's other nutrients, obviously, that are important. When you're making a movie, there's all kinds of people that play a part in making the movie, but the stars are the actors. Protein is the actors in the movie of nutrition. There's two kinds of protein. You've got the fiber proteins. They're long strings or tiny little ropes if you prefer. They give the body strength. They give the body structure. And then you have your blobby, gooey kinds of proteins. They're actually called globulins, and they're the ones that perform chemical reactions in the body. The body is a chemical factory, a chemical reaction machine, and these globby proteins are very, very important. Remember, the protein we eat is the protein we are. The protein we eat is going to be the protein that becomes us. Eating fiber proteins, eating the globby proteins, eating the building blocks of proteins are one of the most, maybe the most important way to keep the body's chemical machinery humming along as it should. You cannot make proteins, whether they're the fiber proteins or the blobby proteins, unless you're eating protein. By eating collagen, for example, you can support your body's ability to make its own collagen. Collagen is the major protein in your skin and in your bones. It's the major protein in your body. If you're wrinkling fast, if you have osteoporosis, eat collagen. It's way more important than any wrinkle cream for your skin. It's probably even more important than calcium when it comes to your bones. Collagen can be found in bone soup. You can get collagen building blocks in the glucogel caps. They're a great source of the collagen amino acids, and they're a great source of collagen The bone in bone soup, the cartilage material in bone soup, is also a good source of fiber proteins. And the fiber protein building blocks that can help you make your own fiber protein. Eat bone soup, eat collagen, eat cartilage, eat your glucogel caps. By the way, the glucogel caps are also great for your digestive system. You know, gelatin can actually suck up digestive juices, and when you eat gelatin with food, those digestive juices can combine with the gelatin, which will combine with the food, and it can actually help your digestive system. The glucogel caps, by the way, also have something called N-acetylglucosamine, a type of glucosamine that can actually coat your digestive system. So the glucogel caps and gelatin can be good for the digestive system, in addition to being a great source of the amino acids that help build up fiber proteins. You can eat globby proteins too, globular proteins. One of the most significant places where these globby proteins do their work is in the body's immune system. If you have autoimmune disease, if you have cancer, if you're getting frequent colds, if you have cold sores, or if you just have inflammation, all of these are health conditions related to the immune system. Eating globby proteins can give you anti-inflammatory benefits, and they can support the body's immune system defenses. Eating the globby proteins, it can reduce the incidences of colds and cold sores, and it can provide health benefits for you wherever the immune system is active or overactive. That means autoimmune disease, people. Eat your globby proteins. The two best nutritional food sources of globby proteins are whey protein and egg protein. In fact, if you want to know what a globby protein looks like, just look at the white of an egg. Crack open an egg, look at the white. That slimy, gooey characteristic of egg white is largely the indication of gooey, slimy, blobby, globby proteins. If you want a nice visual that will give you a picture of the difference between a globby protein and a fiber protein, just think of the difference between the gooiness of an egg white and the gristle on a piece of meat. The gristle in meat is an example of fibery protein. The gooey, slimy glob protein is found in egg white. Just picture in your head what an egg white looks like. Picture in your head what the gristle off a meat looks like, and that'll give you a good visual of the difference between a globby protein and a fiber protein. One of the most important differences between globby proteins and fiber proteins is how they react with heat. Fiber proteins break down with heat, and sometimes if you heat a fiber protein just enough, you can actually free up the amino acids, the building blocks, and this can make heat an important ally in improving the solubility and the digestibility and the usability of protein, and this is one of the advantages of cooking meat as well as other fleshy proteins. Of course, if you cook meat too much, you're not only going to break the protein into its components, but you can damage those components. That's why you want to be very careful about cooking your meat with too much temperature, at too high heat, at too high a heat level. Grilling on high heat can be really problematic. We've said this before. Grilling on high heat, grilling protein, can actually create carcinogenic compounds. It's best to cook your fibery proteins, your meats, slowly in a crock pot. Broil your meats. Make soups with your meats. And seafood as well. Use as little heat as possible when you're working with your meat so that the proteins are slightly broken down but they're not damaged. On the other hand, when you heat a blobby protein, they become tangled. The amino acids form this tangled mass, and that tangled mass is what makes a raw egg turn into a firm, gel-like, hard-boiled egg. Same heat can turn milk protein into a gel-like mass. That's what curdled milk is all about. Curdled milk is an example of proteins that have become tied up and tangled as a response to heat. Another important difference between fiber proteins and globby proteins is how they react with water. Globby proteins are going to mix with water. Globby proteins are soluble in water. They'll mix pretty easily. They'll form a thick solution. Because globby proteins interact with liquids, that can set off the immune system. And this is where immune reactions come from. This is why people can be allergic to eggs, for example. Globby proteins can interact with liquids. They can dissolve in liquids in the body. And this can set off the immune system, especially when these globby proteins get in the blood. And this is one of the main mechanisms associated with food allergies. There's another food that contains globby proteins, and it's a big-time problematic food for a lot of folks. We'll tell you what that is when we come back from our break. I'm Pharmacist Ben. You're listening to The Bright Side. Our number is 866-582-9933. We'll be back right after this with more good health information.
Ted Anderson telling you about Jordan Rubin's Beyond Organic Green-Fed Raw Cheddar Artesian Cheese featuring whole milk created through ancient dairy breeding, unpasteurized, untreated whole milk on the same farm the cows graze, containing natural sources of omega-3s, CLA protein, calcium, probiotics, and enzymes. I have never tasted cheese this good, and you need to try it. Contact your Longevity distributor or call 877-878-4203 or go to gcnteam.com. Hi, this is Ted Anderson. Have you ever wondered why banks, stockbrokers, investment advisors won't talk about gold IRAs? They've been available since 1986, yet the financial industry won't recognize the value of gold for your retirement. Gold has outperformed paper investments, yet no word about IRAs. If you would like to have gold for your retirement, call 800-686-2237. Don't get left behind by rising inflation and low returns. Call 800-686-2237. Secure your future and call 1-800-686-2237. Gold isn't for you? Ted Anderson, president of Midas Resources, one of the world's premier gold and precious metal investing firms. I get it. You wouldn't buy gold if you believed that the government is doing a great job, that the Fed will stop handing out trillions of dollars like bailout candy, that Social Security would be there for you. That's not what's happening. You might even pass on gold if the stimulus package wouldn't fuel inflation, or that the dollar wouldn't lose value, or that your retirement would be secure. If all looks rosy to you, then now is not the time to buy gold. For the realist, there have never been more sobering reasons to diversify with gold. Since 2001, the U.S. dollar index has tanked 30% while gold has risen 300%. Right now, savvy investors are adding gold to their portfolios. You should too. Find out what they know. Call us and I'll send you 10 reasons why gold will do very well, free. 800-686-2237. 800-686-2237. That's 800-686-2237.
Hi, this is Steve Sanchez, and based on a recent study, it was found that 57 million Americans had legal issues over the last 12 months, but only 60% of those studied sought out the services of a lawyer. Why? In a nutshell, affordability. Well, my friends at Legal Shield have created a solution that can help you not if, but when you need an attorney. For as little as $17 per month, Legal Shield will provide you unlimited access to qualified attorneys at an accomplished law firm for advice and counsel on legal issues, no matter how serious or trivial. For over 40 years and with 1.4 million families across North America, Legal Shield can help you, the loyal GCN listener. Representatives are standing by now to answer your questions, so call them now at 1-855-340-SAVE. That's 1-855-340-7283, or visit them at lsprotection.com. That's lsprotection.com.
Results will vary from case to case.
What good is a Big Berkey water filter?
We get that question a lot here at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. And in a word, the answer is protection. Protection from water main breaks, E. coli contamination, environmental chemical spills, pesticide runoff, chlorine taste and smell, and all forms of fluoride. Plus, Big Berkey water filters are the original gravity water filter system and most trusted on the market for a reason. Tested by multiple independent NSF EPA certified labs, they are the gold standard in water purification. At only 1.7 cents a gallon, a single set of filters can last for 5 to 10 years. That means big savings. Big Berkey, the one that's powerful enough to purify stagnant pond water. Get a Big Berkey today at BigBerkeyWaterFilters.com. GCN listeners receive 5% off all ceramic filter systems. Visit our website or call 1-877-99-BERKEY. That's 877-99-BERKEY. Big Berkey Water Filters, for the love of clean water.
GCN, proudly sponsored by UnseenNow.com. Find out how to stop Big Brother in his tracks at UnseenNow.com. This is GCN.
Welcome back, folks, to The Bright Side. I am Pharmacist Ben. Thanks for joining us. Our number is 866-582-9933. If you have questions about health, nutrition, or prescription drugs, or if you have a success story, or if you want to contribute to our conversation today, we're talking about protein, Chapter 1 in our Handbook of Good Nutrition. If you want to learn more about the longevity products, go to my website, brightsideben.com. take a look at the shopping cart. Make sure you take a look at my personal favorite longevity product, the Beyond Tangy Tangerine Multivitamin Mineral Complex Powder that you add to water and drink. It's a great source of all your water-soluble